2002 Porsche 911 Targa. This one, as you can see, is on a private plate, J11WAW. 2002, so 996 Targa, obviously glass roof with the opening rear hatch. I'm going to just quickly scan around the whole of the outside to start with before we do the bodywork and then onto the interior and the cold engine startup, all the usual stuff, because unlike most 2002 996s, this one, if you look, is all the same colour silver. Doors match the wing matches the bumper matches the boot lid, or the engine cover, sorry. And then coming around onto this side, exactly the same story, all the same colour. There's no patchwork quilt of silver, which is very unusual for one of these. If you're looking at one, or looking at these at the minute, you will know that. Even the front bumper matches the bonnet, which is unheard of. So, starting with the bodywork, if you go down this driver's side, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. It's not full of ripples, not full of filler. It's not had any nasty paintwork on there. Driver's front wing, no marks along the leading lip there or across the top of the light. Quite often you can get stone chips there. We've got one tiny one, but other than that, lovely and neat. Top of the wing itself is good all the way up. Around the filler cap is nice. Inside the arch is clean all the way down. We do have a couple of little stone chips that have knocked the paint off there that want cleaned off. And we are on the, for me, a 996, these are my favourite wheels. The 18-inch 5 spokes. This one is on a Michelin, what do we got? Is that a Pilot? Let's have a look. No, just your standard Michelin, nice tyre. Loads of tread left on it. We'll check them as we go around. I believe they're matching, but we'll keep an eye on it. Coming down this side, and again on a 996, you want to be looking at that sill. And as you can see, that one's lovely and clean all the way down. No marks to note on the driver's door. We've got, if we're being really picky, a little scratch in the paint just there on the handle, but that is me being very, very picky. And there's a stone chip just there that's been touched in. The rest of the door is lovely and clean. There's no marks coming up the A-pillar and up onto the top of the roof. Obviously no paintwork to worry about on the roof because you have that lovely glass panel all the way back, and then you get this nice big rear window, which for me, actually, I think that makes the car look a lot newer than it is. It's a really nice touch. Lovely and clean on the glass on this side. All good around the wing mirror, sorry. And then moving further back on the rear quarter, quite often you find stone chips down this section where the car kicks out and gets wider. But this one, as you can see, is lovely and clean, and the arch is lovely all the way around. There's no marks there to whinge about. Another clean and tidy wheel with Michelin tyre. And then looking back down this side, nice and neat all the way down. Down onto the rear bumper again. Quite often this can be peppered with stone chips. You've got one or two very small ones, but other than that, very, very good. Coming around on the back, tail lamps on both sides are bright and clear. There's no cracking or any trap moisture or anything in those. The exhausts sit lovely and straight on both sides, nice and clean. Do have parking sensors on this one. And as usual with the 911 of this year, the paint started to sort of get scrubbed off if you get really close on the Targa badge. It's just from sponges going over the top. I think they're about 20 quid for a new one from eBay. But other than that, nothing at all to whinge around on the deck lid or around the electric spoiler. Coming up onto that rear screen, has the optional rear wiper again, which is very useful. Nice and clean down the bottom here. There's no bubbling in the trim. Nothing at all to complain about there. And then round onto the passenger side, and again, if you look down this side, lovely and straight all the way down, nice and clean on the rear bumper. Again, one or two minor stone chips on the widest section where the wheel flicks it up, but not too bad at all. And then that rear arch is clean all the way around. Another good wheel and matching Michelin tyre. So we're on 3 out of 4 so far. All the glass on this side's good. We'll follow that roof line up. Again, that's lovely and clean. We've got one stone chip just there and another one there, but they are very, very minor. The rest of that A-pillar nice and clean. The wing mirror is good as well. We'll check the sill out on this side. Again, that's nice all the way along there. Normally you find the corrosion coming through here first and sort of bubbling up down here, but this one, as you can see, is nice and neat all the way round. Passenger door, there's no marks at all to note on that. Front wing, we've got a stone chip that's took the lacquer off just there, and there's another stone chip which has been touched in just there, sort of towards the back of the front wing. Nice and neat on the front arch all the way around, and we're on our final matching Michelin tyre. So it's 4 Michelins, 4 lovely clean alloy wheels. The discs all look good, the calipers look good all the way around. There's no delamination on the bottom or the top of the screen in the usual spots, and nice and clean on the plastic of the scuttle. Round on the front, as with every 996, those headlights wouldn't hurt to have a quick polish, but they are generally pretty good. They just look so much better with a proper cut and polish. Front bumper itself, very, very clean. There's no scuffs or scrapes on that. We've got, that's a squash fly, ignore that. We should have washed that properly. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a handful of very small stone chips on the bonnet, exactly as you'd expect for the age of the car. But generally very, very good. The rest of the bonnet's nice and straight, and the badge hasn't delaminated. It is still nice and clean. Moving on to the interior. Door shut on this side, lovely and clean. Door card is very good. Quite often these can wear quite badly, but these ones are lovely and clean, as you can see. Being a Targa, we've got 3 buttons to press: so front, hatch, and engine cover. Black leather. Little bit of wear, very, very little bit of wear on that side, and the same on the bolster, but the bolsters are still firm. The leather's nice and soft. Steering wheel is clean all the way around. Normally these buttons can wear thin. That's normally a sign of a car that's been ragged because they're in Tiptronic all the time, but as you can see, these ones are very good. Mileage, 197,291, which for a 911 is nothing, as you know. Lovely and clean on the carpet set. Has a Kenwood aftermarket stereo with iPod connections, things like that. Nice aircon unit and everything all standard in there. And we do have, these have an electric blind as well, which I'll show you in a second, because I did notice when you hit the Targa button, the roof doesn't want to come back. It's normally, I believe, the switch, but currently that doesn't work. So you've basically got a nice fixed glass roof. I'm sure it's probably not the end of the world to get that fixed. I haven't heard any horror stories on those, but the blinds and everything do work. You can lift that up, which I think is a very nice touch. You've got an extra bit of storage there, and obviously those rear seats, which you can see they're in lovely condition, drop down very easily. You just push that, and you've got all that extra storage, nice and accessible from the back. You're not pulling the seats forward or anything like that. And then that is on a soft close as well, which is a nice touch. Engine cover lifts up. It's all lovely and clean in there, but we'll show you that in a second. Passenger side, nice and neat on the door card. Again, no wear or tear on that. And lovely and clean on the door shuts. Passenger seat, very, very good. Tiny bit of wear on the bolster, but very, very minimal. Carpet set's nice and neat. There's no funny smells or anything in here. That glass roof for me makes a massive difference. It's lovely and light and airy in there. And then into the front. For me, on a 911, sign of good ownership is that cover there? Is that little perspex thing still intact? And what's the carpet set like? This one ticks all the boxes, all nice and clean. We do have a set of Porsche mats for the front there as well. In there, all lovely and clean and tidy. The underside of the bonnet's good. We've still got the spec sheet on the bonnet as well. This one was driven to us, by us actually. We picked a few cars up. This one was the one that was driven back from about 50 miles away. Drove very, very well. Nice and happy. No nasty smokes or rattles. Gearbox is good as well, which is important on these. Get it fired up, and we'll point the camera straight at the back because you're looking for smoke. On start up on a 996, which this one, as you can see, lovely and clean. Ticking over nice and neat. It's been parked here a little while. It's not dropping any fluid on the floor or anything like that. If we go inside, we'll see that I haven't shut the boot properly, so we'll ignore that. But we have this button here, which you'll see doesn't seem to want to do anything. But your blinds do work as they should, which is nice. Quite often they fail, but that one is good. And again, no pixels missing on the center console. There's no warning lights there, apart from the engine cover that I haven't shut properly. And stereo, it's a nice bit of kit, to be fair, probably quite nice compared to the dated old style units. So there you have it. 2002 3.6 Carrera 2 Tiptronic Targa. Any questions at all, please get in touch. Thank you.